Will say today's burnout was split in two parts. The first part, we had Real Productions out here, man. I appreciate it, bro. And y'all remember I was doing all that whining and crying. You know what I'm saying? So to see my people coming through, you know what I mean? It means a lot to me. I'll be quiet for a little while, y'all. Y'all got me where I'm sitting back for a little while. Shoot. Then my mama doing this workout that I wanna start doing too. So man, I ought to make myself do it today and film a little bit of it. If I don't film it, I at least want to make sure I do it. But yeah, man. So yeah, man. I appreciate all y'all the motivation, the inspiration, and my sister. She out here staying out in the elements, camping out. You know what I'm talking about, man. So we had a guy who owned a radio station come up to us while we were filming today, and that was pretty cool, chopping it up with him. I was telling him, man, the end game is to make it to American Ninja Warrior. That's the end game. And he said, well, when you get closer to that time, give me a call. I was like, cool. I was like, cool, man. Appreciate it. Like, for real, I'll forever be grateful for that, you know. So that was cool. And like I said earlier, had a lady come up to me like, hey, you the guy from the gym? I was like, yeah. So it's cool, man. You know, it's really cool, man. And then listening to my mama on the family page today saying that this is motivational for everybody. And it's lighting a fire, you know. If I don't do nothing else on my time here, man, I would rest in peace knowing that at least I did this much in life. And pray it just continues on. But we at the beginning of the road, so we got a ways to go. I just got to finish what I started. That's my mental game that I got to overcome, you know, and not try to get ahead of God and try to make things happen the way I want them to happen. So, you know, if anybody has been guilty of jumping ahead, you know what I'm talking about then. And if you ain't, man, that's a gift that you can stay in the moment no matter what elements are brought about or brewing. You know, that's a beautiful place to be, striving every day. Yeah, I got off the subject of the burnout. Like, how can I say this? I'm looking at the stairs, that's why. How can I say this? Man, I wanted an hour, but I got what I got, so I can't complain. It's like, shoot, I don't understand. I was fully fed. The only thing different that I did was I didn't intake carbs yesterday. So I guess I'm not fat adapted yet, running off of fat. So I'm pretty sure somebody could find some carbs in something that I ate. But I mean, like, normally I've been to purposely put some carbs in there, some simple carbs, from potatoes to sweet potatoes, just some anything quick, some kind of wrap, something, but or complex carbs. Oatmeal definitely my go-to. I really wanted some of those really bad last night, but I made the peanuts with the what did we call them last night? We called them honey chocolate covered peanuts. They're so good, man. They were so good. Like, and I got oh my God. Why are we talking about sweets? I got this, I call it, you know, the Nutty Buddies. I kid you not. Now, I let my family taste a little bit of it, and they agreed a little bit. But I can understand why it's not as, like, but if you ain't had no sweets, I can make you this sauce. And if you like Nutty Buddies, oh God, it's delicious, man. It's so good. Like my days when I was eating Triscuits, like I'll take it in a little salt from those, take those, dip those. I was in there, gave that crunch, like you was eating the. Oh my God! Hey man, look, I'm not over exaggerating it. Like, and then what I used to do for ice cream when I was at the very beginning stages, I just haven't. We really haven't had the space like I wanted to have up there to do it, but you get you a pan that you can put in the freezer, and you get you some ripe bananas. I mean, like spotted. You cut them in single layer them. You can even wax paper them. I did that when I had a bunch of them. Wax paper layer them if you just want to build more. But you let them freeze 24-hour minimum. But the longer they freeze, get you some freezer bags. After that 24-hour period, put them in there. They'll stay separated. But when I tell you, they turn into a cream, like ice cream. When you eat them when they froze, they melt in your mouth. It ain't, cause they're all, if you freeze them when they're spotted on the outside, brown spotted, they're already super soft. Then you put that freeze to it, and that water, that frost from the ice turns into a water. Basically, once it starts melting, it makes it even more creamy. The banana is already at its sweetest, and if you ain't had any sweets, oh my God! Sometimes you can drizzle it, sprinkle a little cinnamon on there. It just depends. You can sprinkle a little chocolate on there. It's so many ways you can go with it, but those were my go-to staples when I just couldn't fight the urge, and it helped me feel normal, especially the ice cream or the frozen bananas. But when it just made me feel normal, like I was, like, we should feel normal eating naturally, but when we've lived our whole lives eating all this other stuff, you're tearing yourself away from yourself. Like once you make that change, you got memories attached to these things. Like you got childhood memories that goes really deep that you've always carried. You know, it could be a grandma or granddaddy that introduced something to you that you hold on to that memory, and then you just gonna strip it away. Like what am I supposed to do with my life now? You know, so mainly at the beginning, now not so much. But at the beginning of the journey, it's very central, I feel, to find some things to mimic it. Like that's why you got all these meatless trays, you know. Like if I ain't eating meat, I'm actually thinking about a pot of spaghetti like I did in Ohio. Shoot. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just the small things that helps make the journey pleasurable. And then if you season the stuff the same way you would everything else, or when it comes to the sweets, add in like say if you eat ice cream and you sprinkle it with something, sprinkle it with it, man. You know, at least you change the base of it, you know, but it's not easy to just all of a sudden change your life like that. It's a shock. It's like I noticed the ups and downs. It can send you into a depression. Like you can start just loathing stuff, and it's like, and you're trying to be positive about it, but you still have to start and continue on your mental takeover journey to combat that. Because if not, like it's like being an addict. Like it's like being addicted to all these things. It's not so much as a addiction. It's just the normal. It's what you used to. It's what you've done. It's what your folks done, and it's something like make you wonder, like when stuff is going on in family generations, is it really genetic, or is it we're just doing the same things that we saw being done, and what they were ingesting and putting in just happened to happen every time because we're doing the same thing. I don't know if I said that where it makes sense, but maybe if we change the narrative, maybe we change and break that chain, and it doesn't have to continue on. It can stop with us. Like, as I said, if I ever have another child, every restaurant I ride by, fast food chain, I'm sorry, no shots against y'all, but my kid gonna think, oh, that stuff poison. Every time we ride by one, like, poison, nasty, just ugh. And that's all they gonna know. Yeah, it's kind of messed up that I program their head like that. Oh well, it is what it is. And I'll explain to them, and try to help them understand. But far as they gonna know, is like, man, we eat like this, that stuff there, that's poison. But I be lying though. So I don't wanna pass on death. I wanna pass on health. That's the key. I feel guilty with my daughter now because I watch her and I watch her eating habits, and I just like, man, I'm gonna just say it like I say it in my mind. Boy, we failed big time. We straight passed off our bad eating habits on to her, But I do what I can each day, and trying, at least now while she's still at home, I got say so over, all right, you're gonna have this fiber added in your meal whether you want to or not. Like, that ain't even an option. Like, I do got to say so, and prayerfully her watching and ingesting these things and building up those biomes unknowingly, keep her going back to them, and it'll get her on the right track, good Lord will, when she gets out on her own. Do I expect her to be all the typical college kid when it comes to their eating habit? Yeah, she do it now. I rebuke bind in Jesus Christ's name, but that's the road that we paved her on. I can't change that part just, just in overnight, but I pray over time that she just naturally chooses a natural route, and pass that on to the grandkids if she so chooses to have a family, and have a healthy lineage, So that's what it's about to me. Generational health is generational wealth to me, because we'll know how to live and thrive. So all the rest of it just come in play. So yeah, man, I don't want to be long-winded because I got a lot of segments to this one. I want to make sure I don't really know how long I've been out here. I did say it earlier that I weighed in the Fed state at 169. Other than that, after the burnout, I introduced my body to fats, a lot of water. But I introduced my body to fats. Did I show? I think I did. I did do a video of what I got. So it's probably earlier in this video. It was raw cashews, unsalted pistachios, and water. Yeah, that's it. So, hey, y'all stay blessed out there, man. I don't know if I'm gonna log back in, because I think I pretty much got it pretty much branched up. And if I have this grander idea or something, I'll post it, but yeah. Honestly, I do want to get this off my chest. I was so thankful that we were approached by the guy that owned the radio station while one of the team members was here, because I was on the inside like thanking God, because I believe when stuff like that happens, it becomes easier and clearer to other people to see the vision. Like, wait a minute, if this draw that type of attention, we might actually have something. You know, in the back of your mind, you're like, we might got something, or we could be wasting our time. I don't know which one. But when stuff like that happen and you reaching people, getting people attention that's in a position that could actually help you, in the sense if you know what I'm saying, I ain't looking in the sense to use nobody, but if nothing else came out of that, I was thankful that that happened at that right place. We was at the right place at the right time, because it's like, man, we might actually have something. Like, if we can get that type of attention, I think we got us something, you know. So thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Holy Father. If I had been practicing my tongues out of it, I am guilty. My cousin told me to practice 15 minutes a day. So, matter of fact, I'm going to start practicing once I stop this. I was doing good and I just stopped. So, and I just realized just then how important it was to practice, because I can see it. I just can't say it like I should be able to. So I now understand the importance to be able to talk. And I would interpret it, because you shouldn't talk in tongues, they say, unless there's an interpreter present. So I am going to go practice for 15 minutes. So if another occasion of praising rises, I can rattle off tongues a little bit and elevate it a little higher, you know. But that's on me. That's on me. Not being prepared. But my bad, Vontae. I appreciate the prayers, though, bro. And in the direction, in the teaching, you know. So I get it now. I'm glad that came up, because I wasn't going to study today either. So, but I'm going to go study. All right, y'all. Peace. Thing I do want to address, well, I'm at my 4-hour marker walking. But what I was noticing, I was like, man, I'm sweating. But I was like, nah, it's a little dampness. And I noticed that the body will put a little hard off. But if you notice, it ain't nothing wiping off, so to speak. But what has happened, it looked like that's a little sweat. But I don't know if the camera picks it up good or not. But what basically seems to be happening, it's like the skin has its own shine, it's like it's reflecting the sun. Like it has its own, I don't know if the camera show it at all. It shines. That's weird. It's pretty cool. But yeah. But anyway, I guess because I got a little sweat on my head, it could just be perspiring, little droplets. But even, I don't know. But it's pretty cool. But what I really noticed is, at this point, it gets serious. You know, like, well, I guess 4 hours could be cakewalk to somebody else, but for me, this thing got real serious. Not a bad serious, but like, you still can laugh, but it's kind of like a serious mode, like, you know, kind of, I guess, kind of in your zone. I just wanted to make a log of that so I could see if down the road it does it, or how long it takes to get back into this mode, to this spectrum mode, I'm gonna call it. It's a Yeah. So we'll see. But I just want to make note of that and have it on log. So I appreciate you. Walk with AJ, seeing through my eyes on the life with Archie, and tuning in to Half Nude Dude. Yeah.